Have you ever wondered what to do if there was an asteroid that was about to hit the Earth? What would we do as mankind, as a civilization? Of course, you probably have at least thought about this somewhat if you're a regular viewer of the news with Rick Sanchez, because we've done a couple of different stories on death, a lot of in-depth stuff on, look, let's face it, the likelihood is the word that's being used by experts, that at some period we will get hit by some kind of meteor shower, comet, or something that will strike the Earth. Now even more experts are actually speaking up about this real possibility and the kind of damage it can do, and even more importantly, what can we do to protect ourselves, right? RT correspondent Trinity Chavez looks at this story.
When it comes to extraterrestrial threats, you can never be too careful, and NASA, along with other agencies, are preparing for an asteroid hit that could wipe out humanity as we know it. It's a scenario straight out of a Hollywood movie. An asteroid careening toward Earth, then wiping out humanity, like in this movie, Deep Impact. But while some experts say the chances of that happening are relatively small, they do say there is a possibility.
Because if you look at the movies that have been made about it, you know, it's this big disaster. And of course it could happen. And we know that about 30 million years ago, a very large asteroid came and impacted the Yucatan Peninsula and probably wiped out the dinosaurs. And so that kind of thing can happen and does happen periodically some, places in the universe. However, I think the chances of it happening are pretty small.
Meanwhile, NASA's Center for Earth Object Studies has detected 54 near-Earth objects this month alone, bringing the total to 1,120 so far this year. The most recent asteroid, dubbed 2019 MT2, approaching Earth today, traveling at a speed of about 7 miles per second. According to the agency, the asteroid has a maximum diameter of almost 102 feet. During its approach, its closest distance to Earth will be over 994,000 miles from the planet's center. That's equivalent to about 3 times the distance between the Earth and the Moon.
Well, that's certainly far enough away that it poses no danger to us. But in the cosmic scale of things, it's actually very close.
Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
And experts say, regardless of the likelihood of an asteroid hitting Earth, we have to prepare.
High consequence, but low probability. We've been asked, does it keep you up at night? There's certainly other things that should keep us up at night, but it's the sort of thing we want to understand the hazard just so we know whether we should be worried or not. There is no known asteroid of substantial size that could cause a large amount of damage that's known to be an impact threat. That's great, but what we do want to understand is what we don't know out there, and so we have search programs to search the skies, find the asteroids, catalog them, and know where they're going to be in the future.
Meanwhile, experts say the only way to prevent asteroids from hitting Earth would be to deflect them, either by pushing the asteroids with a spacecraft or detonating a nuclear weapon.
I think the best scenario that I have seen would be, again, trying to get enough lead time that you could actually send a rocket ship to the asteroid, intercept it, and nudge it. Now, you could do that perhaps with a nuclear explosion. So in other words, the object is coming in at one pathway, and if you nudge it, again, it could go in a completely different direction. So the thing I want to emphasize is lead time, and that's why it's so important that we really initiate a survey of the kinds of things that are in our cosmic neighborhood.
And in other asteroid news, NASA has revealed that the asteroid FT3 is all set to mark the first of 165 approaches on October 3rd this year. Reporting in New York, Trinity Chavez, RT.
So you haven't heard that we're the ones covering the stories that you won't see covered anywhere else? In Venezuela, Kazakhstan, let's go to Hong Kong. And the media reaction to that has been crickets. How about the way we cover those stories? What the hell does that mean? Wowee, wowee, wowee. That's the key word in this case, uprising. Keep? Can you believe that? Watching. This is the right thing for members of the media to do, to actually pick sides. Look, if you like what you see, subscribe.